By popular demand, here's how I ended up with Pluto. Now, Pluto's story is kind of the opposite of Fizz's. I put a lot of research into getting a second dog to make sure it was the right fit for me, and a big portion of that research was trying to choose the right breed. Now, I'm a pretty indecisive person, and this was a pretty big decision for me, especially since, if you haven't noticed, dogs are kind of my whole life. So I struggled intensely with trying to figure out what breed I wanted. Now, as I'm sure you can see, I did eventually end up settling on the Beauceron. And perhaps if anybody's curious, I might make a future video on why I ended up with this breed. But all you really need to know is that I kind of fell in love with them. Now, while looking for a breeder, I did struggle quite a bit. I was incredibly anxious reaching out, and it was kind of hard to find a breeder that wasn't knee-deep in drama. If you know the Beauceron community, then you'll understand. You see, I was struggling to really commit to a single breeder, and I ultimately had decided that I would just get a second Australian Shepherd instead because of how paralyzed I was with indecision. And that's when I came across Pluto's litter ad. Now, despite the fact that I had never heard of the breeder from the ad, I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I decided to do a little inquiry, thinking nothing would really come of it. But if you can't tell, I was severely mistaken. You see, I wasn't planning on getting my next dog until the following summer, but this litter was perfect. It had everything I was looking for and more. So I ended up putting in a deposit, and I was a nervous wreck the first couple weeks. You see, after everything that had happened with Fizz, I was worried that I would not be matched with the right dog, or what if this wasn't the right breed, or what if this wasn't the right breeder? And I worried nonstop. That is until I picked Pluto up. You see, on that car ride home with Pluto, for the first time in weeks, I knew, deep down, I had made the right decision. Because you see, my breeder had delivered everything I had asked for and more in a dog. Pluto was exactly what I was looking for, and while I was worried that I wouldn't be able to love my second dog as much as I loved Fizz, I was sorely mistaken. Pluto is my heart dog, and he's everything I could have ever asked for and more. This dog not only gave me the push I needed to get into dog sport, but he put so much enthusiasm and effort into everything we try. We've been able to compete and start so many different wonderful things, and he's given me such a better understanding of dog training and the dog community as a whole. I cannot be more proud of this boy, and I am so glad to call him not only my service dog, but my best friend.